Favorit versus Tech. This is our losers match, and that means that one of these players will be eliminated. And even though they have the same colors on their flags, they're not from the same place.
Yeah, we've got a Chilean player, we've got a Russian/German player living in Sweden, from what I've heard. We've got another PvP on our hands, so we're gonna have to wait and see if it ends as anticlimactically, kind of, as the first one did. But as you said, most PvPs actually end this way. One player has that extra Dragoon, moves in, out-micros their opponent, and that's how things can snowball very quickly in a mirror matchup.
That's how it goes. Well, let's get into match number 4 from our group number B. This is Favorit in the upper left-hand corner as the blue Protoss. Did you notice that reverse intro, mixing it up a little bit?
It kind of went over my head. I'm terribly sorry. I was getting ready for mine. I was rehearsing it. I was rehearsing it in my head. In the top right-hand corner of the map that is Parabon, we've got the orange Protoss representing Chile. His Tech. Did I do all right?
Solid.
Okay.
Eventually you figure out that if you try hard every single intro, then no intro is special.
It wasn't fancy. I didn't go fancy, right? I just did something.
So if you do an average intro for every player, then when you kill it, it's super special. See?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna write this down. This is good advice. This is good advice.
Is the caster metagame here. It's alive and well.
This is literally the first time I'm actually casting Brood War and casting it in English, so I need some advice. Definitely cut me some slack rapid. I'm learning a lot here.
I was gonna say, because you've cast StarCraft 2 before, Ziggy, right?
A bit, yeah, not too much. I've only got into it like this year.
But yeah, casting Brood War in English, this is like triple hard mode, so...
Yeah, it's another level of layer of complexity that I have to contend with. But it's definitely easier than actually playing the game.
I would say that basically all things are easier. Like sculpting a human eye out of cardboard would be easier than playing Brood War.
Wrestling an alligator.
Yes, covered in jelly. That's what makes it hard. Anyway, the idea is...
Can I just go? I think that wrestling an alligator is difficult as it is. You don't need jelly. You don't need like extra...
Well, you got to make it as difficult as possible. You got to think of the most difficult thing. Like what is the most difficult thing in the world? StarCraft's still harder.
No,
anyway,
it's the radio-controlled helicopter missions in Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Sorry, get back to the game.
Anyway, this is StarCraft. Let's talk about it a little bit. For the most part, the games today have been, the games have been pretty even our PvPs, but, or actually no, especially not our PvPs. But you're right, it is a 2-gate this time. And when you're going for a 2-gate, this means that you're trying to put on early zealot pressure and really punish your opponent for assuming that every game is meant to be played standard.
Yeah, we're going to see some swipey boys now coming across the map. The first one is now harassing the probe in the main base of the Chilean player.
I'm waiting. I mean, probe on probe action is cool and everything, but I'll wait until this probe goes up here and sees 2 gateways. Surprise.
Right. Yeah, Tech has just confirmed his opponent's, Tech as well. There's a second, I was waiting to pull that one out of the bag. There's a second gateway going up in the base of Favorit here. He's got Dragoon range just starting now, so he's going to be ahead in terms of that particular upgrade, probably about 20-30 seconds. So there's a potential for a timing window to be opened here where he does have that extra range and his opponent doesn't. He finally manages to catch the probe. He put down a pylon to block its escape path. So he finally gets rid of that.
You're right. This is the most exciting thing we have to talk about so far.
Not much going on in this PvP.
Okay, so where are my 2 gates? All right, here we go. Finally kicking in. We're building the Dragoons. We're doing what Protosses do best. Unfortunately, because it was scouted, there's also 2 gates on the other side. So this is like the Protoss Cold War. It's like, well, if you build 2 gateways, I have to build 2 gateways. If you build a bunch of Dragoons, I have to build a bunch of Dragoons. And then someone builds a Nexus and either loses or wins because of it.
So in this current setup, we're going to have Favorit with 1 more Dragoon. Like, assuming they both keep producing Dragoons, then Favorit is going to have that 1 extra Dragoon. Do you want to have an extra Dragoon or 2 Zealots? Because I would go with the Zealots. to be perfectly honest, because they make microing a bit more difficult, right? Like if you had to pick
yeah, that's true.
two zealots over a dragoon, I would probably go for the zealots.
Yeah, I think zealots are kind of the Billy Mays of StarCraft. You just set it and forget it. Like, you click on the unit, you say, Zealot, go attack that thing, and then you just hands off. Like, you just watch it work. Whereas Dragoons, like, you got to hands-on, you got to micro them. It's complicated. Sometimes they stutter step and don't shoot. It's like, ugh. But with Zealots, you know, you just go. So I think, you know, it's about skill versus inevitability. So
the range timing is about to get opened here. We've got 5 Dragoons on the side of Favorit. He's going to have that range finishing up just as I speak. There's 4 Dragoons on the other side. We're going to see if he actually manages to utilize that upgrade advantage here.
Oh, 4 versus 3. I mean, range is good, but numbers are pretty good too.
Yeah.
So what's the play here? Who's going to tip the balance? It looks like a faster Robo from Favorit means that he's at least going to climb up the tech tree a little bit faster. And actually, tech still doesn't have his Dragoon range, so
it's about to
that's
finish.
Actually,
probably like, oh, he loses a Dragoon.
Yeah, look at Favorit use this range advantage. Even though he doesn't have the numbers advantage, the range is still huge. So really, really valuable.
Oh, he gets another one.
Yeah, and he loses 1 for 2, so that's still a good trade. Now 2 for
3 for 1.
Is it 3 for 1? 3 for 2. Oh, wow, gets another one. Ooh, Favorit.
Yeah, that's the timing window I was talking about. That it could now come into play.
I wonder if he's going to throw it on a Nexus behind this, because as soon as you snipe like 3-4 of your opponent's Dragoons, like, you got to think, hey, it's time, because there's no advantage bigger. So in order of bigness of an advantage, there's winning the game and then getting a Nexus when your opponent can't, because it leads so often to winning the game. So right now, Favorit, complete control over his opponent's natural expansion. Either you try to just go in and win the game, and that's what Favorit's doing by building the support bay, or you just build the Nexus behind it.
I feel like going for the Nexus is the much safer play here, because you've got to contain, and you know, I don't know why you'd risk it with a Reaver, but you know, that's his choice. He's now letting up on the contain. He's moving back across the map. Not 100% sure on this decision. Maybe he's expecting a shuttle from his opponent, but only if he knew how far ahead he is right now, he'd probably still have those Dragoons in the natural of his opponent. But he is going to go for that Nexus of his own, still making goons. I know, actually, he's not making goons. He had to cut those to get that Nexus up as quickly as he did. But yeah, he's got the advantage in every single regard.
Man, I love...
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. I was just going to say, I love that Favorit pulled back. Like, the worst players, like, keep their opponents or their units on the opponent's side of the map, and they're just like, well, I have control of your natural. And then, of course, the opponent, who's building up units to bust out, kills the units and counterattacks. Whereas now, Favorit just has all of his stuff and a Nexus. So, yeah.
But you've got a massive arc at the bottom of the ramp if you're containing, right? You're in the mirror matchup, so you both have access to the same units. So even if things suddenly tip in the other direction, you can still run away because your units are just as quick as your opponents. And if you have the advantage in terms of units, then you're probably not going to take such big losses so as to actually lose the game straight out. But as it is, Tech is going for... We're into special tactics territory. He's gone up to 4 bases. He's making Zealots, and he's probably getting... Yeah, he's getting Zealot speed here. And it's just about to get scouted. There's an observer in the base of Tech. So Favorit now knows that his opponent is indeed in special tactics territory. He's making 4 Zealots at a time, getting that speed for those units. And he's going to try and close the game out as quickly as possible. As soon as that upgrade finishes, we're going to see him move across the map and try and close the game out. Yeah. He actually snipes the observer there, but
that's big.
A bit too late. Well, it's a bit too late because Favorit already knows what's going on. But yeah, I agree. He probably wants to rebuild an observer now, and he doesn't want to waste time on his Robo. He's got 2 Reavers anyway, so.
Yep, for sure. Oh, okay, well, yeah, here we go. We're waiting for that Legacy upgrade to finish. I think it's got, like, I don't know, 10 seconds left on it. So any second now, and that's going to do it. Ooh, catching a couple of free Dragoons out here on the map could be good. Not able to pick off any of them here. So, but yeah, Reavers are the holy grail of defensiveness, and a shield battery warping in just in the nick of time. I don't know, Tech. This is going to take a little bit of a miracle.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way for him to break it. I mean, there's a shuttle on the way. That's going to make these Reavers twice as effective. But he's going to try. There's like literally no other option here. The Zealots are moving into the natural.
Look at those pylons. Oh,
it's better of that. Yeah, those pylons. Good point. They really mess up the AI.
Yeah, well, these Zealots like can't do anything because they want to run straight at something. But otherwise, they're running past other units, and obviously you don't want to attack the units in the front. You want to get back in there, but sorry, can't do that. Yeah. So wow, Favorit heads back. He starts a Nexus. Tech heads back, starts a Nexus, and that is like a sure sign of defeat because like your opponent is mining at his natural, and you're trying to build a Nexus. I don't think so.
Yeah, but the thing is, do you actually want to move out as Favorit here? Because, I mean, Zealots are still scary. He's got a defensive setup in his natural, so that's why, you know, Tech didn't choose to fight there. But if Favorit was out on the map, I think, like, Tech could have pulled the trigger. So the question is, do you want to move out as Favorit? What's the next play as Favorit? Because we know that the ball is in the court of Tech, but you still need to think, you still need to plan ahead. Do you just build mass units, and move out at some point?
Yeah, I mean, for Favorit, he could take the high ground base to the north or south, and that would be like, you know, pretty well defensible. He could, you know, tech switch and try to go into something else, but I think the best course of action is just macro. Like, just build infinity units because your opponent cannot do it. So he's got a 10 supply lead right now, 15 supply lead. It's going to be 20-25, and then like what's your opponent going to do? I love that Favorit's getting +1 in legs right now to say, look, like I'll just have everything you have and more.
Yeah, that's a good way to approach this. But you know, he's so far ahead that I don't think it really matters.
Nope.
We're gonna have to wait and see what the micro is on both sides. Now, if the shuttle like somehow dies, you know, that takes way back into this game. There's actually a Dark Templar in the army there. There's one observer on the side of Favorit. The Reavers are now getting loaded out.
Yep, Reavers down, Scarabs coming out. Zealots do not stand a chance, but let's see this Capey boy. How we doing in the back? Is he gonna kill a Reaver?
Away.
He's gonna get a second Reaver here. 1, 2, and picks it up.
Oh, the observer was a little bit too far north, so that Dark Templar actually found a couple of good swipes.
And now it's dead.
Yeah, it's dead. But Favorit, I mean, they traded out relatively evenly. They're both about 20 supply down.
Yeah, better than I thought for sure. If he can kill off this Reaver, he gets the second Reaver. He might actually even kill the shuttle with the last second Dragoon hit. But he's not going to target it down. Either way, it's low, so it's basically useless. Don't want to put anything inside there. And this is Favorit winning, not as hard as I thought he was going to, but still taking that fight down. Some of the Dragoons are in red health, so it's not actually that big of an advantage. And actually, Tech is going to hold on.
Push back. And one of the upgrades, I saw one of the players going for +1. Oh, it was Favorit, so never mind. Because if it was Tech going for +1 attack, then I could still say maybe somehow see him coming back into this game, given how well he actually handled this attack, all things considered. But yeah, it certainly hurts to lose 2 Reavers, you know, one to a swipey boy. That shuttle is barely alive. It's barely being held together by some duct tape.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
Some gaffer tape.
Dude, imagine.
Together.
You know what I learned? Like, it was literally like 2 months ago. That it's actually duct tape, like tape for ducts. I literally thought it was named after like duck was like the brand of tape or something.
Wow. Oh.
I was like, how have I gone like this long in my life and not known that? So that was my big realization.
I think
so for all of you guys that tell me to learn more about StarCraft, I'm like, I got my priorities, okay? First, I got to learn what some other things are first.
First, you're going to learn the basics of life. Tomorrow, you're going to learn how to tie your shoes.
Yeah, one step at a time.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Well, hey, speaking of getting there, I mean, Tech is kind of getting there. Like, he's not getting there, that's for sure. My double negative for the day. They both have bases. They both got stuff. I mean, obviously, Favorit's going to have Storm, so that's a pretty big, Tech advantage.
And +1 attack.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got +2 spinning away as well.
Damn. Okay.
Well, this drop is going to decide Tech's fate for the foreseeable future. There's a shuttle going towards the natural, and there's a couple of Dragoons ready. And remember, that shuttle is bruised quite heavily. So it's only down to like 60 shields and 4 HP, and there's 4 quite valuable units there. Well, 3 and a Zealot.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, the storm drops are a huge equalizer, obviously. It's like, if you ever play, like, fastest maps, then obviously all you do is try to, like, build anything that deals area damage and kill your opponent's workers, because you one-shot infinity workers, and then they lose the game. So,
He's moving in. No, he's turning back.
Here we go. Yeah, what are you gonna do with, like, a 10 HP shuttle? Like, get out of here.
Yeah, there's no chance to find any opening here. For Favorit, he's 15 supply up. He's going for a third. He's got that +1 attack that we were talking about. I believe he's going for Storm as well. Yeah. Oh, he actually has it. Sorry, I missed it somehow. Yeah, we had a Storm drop coming in. I'm sorry. Forget everything I said over the past 15 seconds.
Honestly, I think the biggest moment in this game was that DT sniping a Reaver from behind. That was crazy. Because if you win that fight with the same amount of stuff +1 Reaver, like, holy cow, that's insane. So that was actually really huge.
Yeah, but I mean, Favorit's army is still quite scary here. He's got those. He's got those storms loaded up into the shuttle. Got plenty of zealots, plenty of dragoons. Now, I'm pretty sure that Tech also has a couple of storms of his own. He's got Archons as well, going to help tank, going to help deal a bit of damage to those zealots of his opponent. So it's all about taking engagements here, but it still feels like that +1 attack, that might be the deciding factor here in any upcoming fight between those two.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be a big deal. I mean, right now, at least for me, I'm just like, okay, hold on, Tech. You can do it. And Tech knows that he has to get up another like base eventually. But I think Favorit obviously knows exactly the same thing and is going to push towards the only reasonable option, which is not defensible at all. It's super low ground.
The drop, not natural.
Here we go.
Drop in the natural. He's gonna go. He's gonna.
Zealot out. DT out. Where's the High Templar? Oh, okay, it's not.
No.
Oh, keep going, keep going. Oh, you got one more High Templar. Go the distance. Drop in the main. Oh, he was gonna try to get the. Oh, he's gonna go for the main. The pull. Oh, he gets it. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Get that.
8 kills. It's gonna be better.
Yeah, that's my expert analysis on that. I wanted the God Storm. We didn't get it. Oh well. But I mean, we still got a decent amount of damage done, and honestly, any damage that Favorit is able to do is just getting him further ahead.
Yeah, but look at the timing is on +2. +2 attack for Favorit is about to finish like 10-15 seconds, whereas the +2 attack for his opponent has only just started, and he's down 1 base. I really don't see our Chilean player here winning this game. Although, let's have a look at the storms here, because Favorit has fewer than his opponent. That's true. So let's see. The High getting stuck on the right.
Oh, okay, yeah. So some good storms in the front. The storms continue. Wow, huge storms in the back as well. That's a lot of damage, but I don't know if that's enough. I mean, it's a narrow choke point, a good place for Tech to fight, but he's out of storms now, so...
No, it felt like a terrible fight for Tech. Like, his High Templar were stuck in front of his own Zealots, and the Archons were stuck at the back. Like, the Archons did nothing in this fight. Literally nothing. And
I see what he's going for there, fighting at a choke point, but now what do? You
tap out.
I think you are correct.
Pretty much. I mean, Favorit 150 supply to 90 of Tech, +2 attack against just +1. Another massive storm on the remainder of the dragoons at the bottom there. A good storm in retaliation, but yeah, that's not gonna be enough. So
no, it will not. GG, Tech taps out. Favorit survives and lives to fight another day to advance on to our final game of the night.
To our final PvP.
Oh yeah, that's right. We just got quite a few PvPs here.
Didn't they actually play earlier today?
Did they? Oh, that's right.
I think they did.
Yeah.
They might have.
So
let me check. Let me double check.
Yeah, Ghost Who Dark versus Tech was our first series, and then it was Favorit versus Ultra.
Oh, against Tech. There's too many processes to keep track of.
Yeah. Okay. I know. I don't blame you. It's like, well, all Protoss players look the same to me. I mean, because aside from the color of their units, because they are. But the idea is
that's how mirror matchups work. Everything looks the same.
Except for the colors. Unless you play orange Protoss versus yellow Protoss on a desert tile set. And then just good luck. Have fun with that one.
Yeah, I've heard that complaint. I know where you're coming from.